Dan Lennington, Deputy Counsel at the Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty, which is representing Mr. Faust, joins us now with some more information. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great, Matt. Thanks for having me on again.
Absolutely. This is very important. If you want the full story, you can find it again at thefederalist.com. But this is the continuing battle, is it not, Dan? I mean, Mr. Faust, along with some brave farmers around the country a few years back, stood up to the Biden administration with another program. It's all part of the same suite of programs, about a $4 billion, if I remember this right, $4 billion loan forgiveness style program through the USDA that benefited people of color, minorities, black farmers, but not white farmers. And discrimination by any other name, I believe, Dan, is still discrimination, is it not?
Yes, it is, and it's still illegal and unconstitutional. And we took the Biden administration to court back in 2021 over that $4 billion program and won and got a nationwide injunction against the Biden administration and beat them so bad that eventually Congress repealed the program on a bipartisan fashion a year or so later. This current issue is that a lot of these Biden programs are still on the books and still being enforced by USDA. Our client, Adam Faust, in the last few months, has refinanced his farm. He has purchased insurance from USDA, and he has applied for a grant from USDA. These three things, the last one, in order to build a manure storage facility, which doesn't sound so glamorous, but is expensive. And he discovered in all three of these programs, the refinancing, the insurance, and the grant programs, that he is being discriminated against because he is a white male farmer, that if he was female or if he was a minority, he would have gotten a lower interest rate on his refinancing. He would have not had to pay certain fees for his insurance claim, and he would have gotten a better grant for his manure storage facility. And so we're asking USDA to reverse these Biden-era programs, and if they don't, we're going to have to sue them. And we would rather not sue the Trump administration, but if they are going to dilly-dally and drag their feet, then we're going to have to take them to court, because this is absolutely unacceptable, and our farmers deserve equal treatment under the law.
You're absolutely right about that, Dan, and this is a core issue. It is a key constitutional issue, and also, I might quickly add, you know my policy on dilly-dallying. I am not for it. I am not for dillying, and I certainly am not for dallying. But this lawsuit, or the potential lawsuit, is exactly what our 6 Republican members of the House are saying. In this letter, they say, we would rather not go through this extensive federal lawsuit. You could correct this internally. And here's the thing, Dan. The Trump administration has been going about in the first 100 plus days doing exactly that. They're correcting all of these abuses, not just policy issues that we all have a different opinion on, whether they're good or they're bad. These are, as we're saying, inherently discriminatory. They're inherently unconstitutional, and courts everywhere will ultimately find that to be the case. But you have a situation now where you have a USDA secretary who has released a number of statements saying, we're taking on DEI, we're taking on these lousy programs, yet they're still within the USDA and the Trump administration. What gives?
Yeah, and I don't want to give the false impression that I think the Trump administration is doing a horrible job on DEI. They have done a fantastic job so far. At will-law.org, we have a report called the Roadmap to Equality, and we keep a running tally and actually like a progress bar that shows how far they have gone in dismantling Biden-era DEI policies, and we estimate that they are about 60% complete. So in 100 days, they knocked down 60% of the DEI policies. We're saying there are still some to be dismantled and lodged out of the federal government in these agriculture ones are one. And, Brooke Rollins is the Secretary of Agriculture. She's kind of on the Nancy Mace spectrum. I see her a lot posting videos. And today I know she's in London, England, preening for the cameras and doing TikToks. And we love it. We love all the media. We love all the smiling faces. But at the end of the day, there are real people trying to make ends meet, and they don't want to be messed with by these Biden policies that are lingering around. So, let's get to business, do our job, fix all the mess that Biden made, and then we can maybe at the end of the day do a couple of TikTok videos or some Instagram reels or whatever she wants to do in her Nancy Mace style. But that's for the end of the day. We got work to be done right now.
Priorities, really, that's the bottom line, and certainly we hope none of the videos involve the recounting of morning rituals for the Secretary of Agriculture, as we have seen with Senator Mace. But is it just a matter of not knowing? I know that Will had sent out a letter last month. It was a demand letter. It said, okay, just want to bring this to your attention. Take care of this because this is unconstitutional. It is illegal. We have to take this to court. We have to get this straightened out. What have you heard from USDA so far?
We haven't heard anything yet, and that's why we're so thankful for our Republican congressional delegation. The 6 members of Congress who are Republicans all signed the letter. And getting a letter from Will sometimes doesn't make it through the noise, but when 6 congressmen write you a letter, you as the Secretary of Agriculture are going to sit up and take notice. And so that's why we're very appreciative of our congressional delegation and also appreciative of The Federalist, which is a premier online news source. And your article today at thefederalist.com is calling attention to this issue. And I know that actually is widely read in the Trump administration. I'm not just joking around with you, but it is very influential, and so it's great to have news coverage of the issue, and so that's what we do for our clients. We do a full court press for them, make sure that their legal needs are taken care of, but also that the decision makers get to learn about what's going on, either through the media or through our letters or through Congress. One way or the other, we're going to get this sorted out for Adam Faust, and we do that pro bono and always represent our clients pro bono. So thank you for calling attention to this, Matt. This is a really important issue.
Well, you're making me blush. It almost makes me want to make a TikTok video, but I have no business. This is a face for radio. You've seen it. You know it. You've worked with it for years. But in all seriousness, I do think they take this stuff pretty seriously from Will. You guys have had a great deal of success in winning key constitutional cases for your clients. Many, many cases, including the one involving Mr. Faust. We'll see where all of this goes. We'll update it accordingly, but I appreciate you taking the time joining us on the Vicki McKenna Show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, too.
All right, we'll talk soon. That is the great Dan Lennington, Deputy Counsel at the Great Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty.